want to welcome everyone to the October 9th meeting of the Oklahoma City Post-Employment Benefits Trust. We'll call the meeting to order. First item on the agenda is to approve the minutes of the meeting from August 14th, 2017.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next item is to receive the monthly preliminary performance review for August 31st, 2017 and September 30th, 2017. Doug will not be here today. He will be here at our next meeting as the plan to present the quarterly report. If there's any questions along the way that you have, we'd be happy to get those back to Doug and get an answer for you. I just glanced at it this morning and was looking at it. The returns look really good right now. Are there any questions or comments on the investment reports? Take a motion to receive the monthly investment reports for August 31st and September 30th of 2017.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Number 4, we don't have any discussion items on asset allocations. Now, item 5 is approving the amendment to the agreement with Nyhart for actuarial services for the Opebt Trust, and Matt was going to just give us a quick briefing on the amendment that we made.
Okay. Well, as you are aware, in July of 2016, we approved the agreement between the trust and the Nyhart company to perform the actuarial services. Essentially what we did here, this is an amendment just to the compensation section, and it is not a change to the compensation. Rather, it specifies the payment dates and the performance dates. They wanted to do partial billing, and so we got with our AP contacts within the city and met with Dick Mahoney and worked with Randy Gomez, the actuary, just to clearly define those performance dates and payments dates for the duration of the contract. And
Great.
So
it's really just not making a change but clarifying.
Absolutely. Yes.
So we amended it to clarify. All right? I take a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you, Matt. Next item is ratifying the claims listings. Can I get a motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Last item is any items from trustees or staff.
If I may, I've already told Dinah this in person, but the news of late about United Healthcare coverage for retirees going from the HMO to the nationwide PPO comes as wonderful news, and I commend them for their hard work. I'm sure that it took to get this done, and as I've told her, if you need anybody to testify to the efficacy of this program, I will testify. So thank you.
That's great. That's great. Thank you, Ted. The only item that I had was we were having a discussion internally that, periodically we'll run into the situation either because of a lack of a quorum or if we just don't have that many items coming on that we'll cancel meetings. And one of the things we were discussing internally, and we don't have a discussion item on today, but I just wanted to put it out there for you all to think about, and we can come back and have discussions offline and then come back and discuss at the meeting more, is just the frequency of our meetings. I know we have Ted and Frank drive in for this, that a lot of times the meetings, right now we're on our 3rd minute in the meeting and we're about to adjourn, that outside of the times, and then really even if we went to say like every other month where it's just 6 times in the year, even quarterly where we have another COTPA pension I think meets quarterly, even if we did that, if we had something come up where we need to move an agreement forward, we would have the option, one, that we could communicate with everyone individually and go ahead and approve it and ratify at a later date, ratify actions at a later date, or we could actually call a special meeting and get that called fairly quickly. So we have a lot of flexibility in that, and it just seems like, one is that we want to make sure we're keeping information and particularly keeping our investment consultant in front of the board so that we are fulfilling our fiduciary responsibilities and keeping an eye on how we're doing with investments and all. So even if we do go to every other month or to quarterly, we would make sure you're still getting the monthly flash reports so that you're getting that information. But I just want you all to be able to think about that. I think it's worthwhile for us just to make a change of going from monthly to some other schedule. Wanted to give you all an idea about that we're discussing that and give you an opportunity to think about that. So if y'all just give that some thought, and if you want to individually give me any feedback, the only thing I would say is if we're communicating through email or anything else, just make sure we're not including the whole group, because we have open meetings records issues, open meetings issues there. So if you do want to communicate directly with me or with Matt or Bob, we'll be happy to take your input if you want a phone call, and then we'll make sure we get it scheduled for another meeting to be able to take an item forward.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I definitely support that. I just wanted to remind everybody that the CARE ETC employee and retiree medical clinic is offering flu shots today until noon, and then on Friday it will be from 7:30 to noon and 1 to 4, and those hours will be in effect on each Monday and Friday through October 30th. So if you have not received your flu vaccination, I recommend you do it. Thank you.
Thanks, Diana. All right, with that, we are adjourned.